So welcome to Virtual Open House. I'm Ashley.lawrence. I'm the World Languages Department Chair. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about what we have to offer here in the World Languages Department. So we offer 3 languages, French, Latin, and Spanish. We go from level 1 all the way up to level 4 AP in Latin and French. And then in Spanish, we actually start at level 1 and go all the way up to level 5 AP because a lot of our kids who come in have some Spanish experience already, so a lot of them are able to start in Spanish too. We do offer placement tests in any language. If a student has prior experience with the language, then we can certainly try to place you where it's most appropriate. In our Spanish classes, we also offer a heritage Spanish class, and so that's for students who have grown up speaking Spanish, have Spanish-speaking family, and a traditional class might be kind of boring for them, not appropriate, especially in the lower levels. So we have that heritage speakers class to help them become a little bit more marketable with their bilingualism that they've already got. And then they can transition into the upper level Spanish classes and even go on to AP if they want to. In Spanish classes, we actually have 4 academic levels. We have our standard, our CP, the honors, and then the AP for the final year. In French, we have CP for all 4 years and honors for all 4 years, and then the AP is an additional option as a senior year. And then Latin right now is really mostly just an honors program. We're hoping we can expand that in the future. The way you would get placed as a freshman would be based on any prior language experience that you have. Especially if you've taken Spanish or Latin or French in middle school. But then also we use your teacher recommendations, your middle school grades, and we also look really hard at your 8th grade high school placement test. So we look at the English parts of that. So you may be saying, well, I'm a freshman, I've never had French before, how did I get put into French 1 honors? It's because of your English grades primarily, and your teachers and the whole package. We try to look at the whole student and place them appropriately. One thing that a lot of people have heard about maybe is that we do take some trips with our department. The French group has taken a trip every other year to Quebec City, Canada. We go for a long weekend, usually over President's Day, and they're having their winter carnival at that time. So it's a really, really cool experience. The Spanish group also had a trip that was starting to go every other year. They went to the Galapagos Islands, and so they were able to use their Spanish. So we've got those 2 trips going for sure. We also actually have an English teacher who likes to take kids to Europe every year. Hopefully we can get through this virus and we'll be on our traveling game again. Okay, and so now I would like to introduce you to one of our seniors, Lauren Arnone. She is the poster child for our department. So she's a perfect example of making the most out of this department and really making the most out of the school too, because we've got a big enough program that we're able to offer a lot of different programs and classes and levels, but we're still small enough that we're able to customize it to different students when they have special circumstances that they want to pursue.
A typical day in a world language class here at Catholic normally starts with about 10 minutes of free reading. At Catholic, our world language curriculum tries to mimic how a native speaker learns a language. So a big way that we learn English is just by reading books. And so we do that a lot in our world language classes. We read children's books, we read Magic Treehouse books, and it's really fun to see a real world application of the words and vocab that you're learning in class. In addition to free reading in the beginning of class, we'll also sometimes read a novel as a class, and that will be a really cool way to notice the grammar and notice how past tense is used and how future tense is used and all sorts of different things like that. One of the awesome parts about the World Language Department at Catholic is that there are immersion trips offered every other year depending on which language you choose to take. So for French, we take a trip to Quebec in February during their winter carnival. And during that trip, you go with immersion tours and you get to go all around Quebec. You get to visit the old city, you get to go snow tubing, and you get to do all sorts of fun stuff. But you also get to meet people who speak French. And the cool thing about going to Quebec is not only that it's super close, and so it kind of shows how accessible French immersion is, even in the United States, But you also get to meet people who are like so excited that you know French because they're very far from the motherland. They're not very close to France, and so they don't come across a lot of French speakers. So it's really awesome to try speaking with them. I know in my experience, I tried to talk to this man at a bookstore and I was like, oh, my French is horrible. And he was like, no, it's so good. Keep talking to me in French. So that is just a super positive experience, and it's immersion that's close to home.